uni, alhamdulillah, I graduated from this uni. Go to the library, in that little place where everyone's just standing around, believe me, not 10 seconds will pass and you'll see this. You'll see either a girl doing this and talking with a boy, or you'll see a man like walking around, checking out everyone like this. You get it? You get it? See, I'm not saying this for you to laugh. The fact that you're laughing is that you know what I'm talking about. You've seen it. It's true. This is why you laugh. Psychologists say the reason why you smile, the reason why you interact with me, you laugh, is because you know what they're talking about. So this is true. Now, regarding these people, they are ill. Don't look at everyone that they're healthy, they're walking around with 2 legs and 2 arms. No, people have illnesses. And sometimes this illness is in the heart and it's hidden. And you cannot see this illness. If you see someone walking around in a wheelchair, pushing themselves around in a wheelchair, you know this guy's got a disability. So you help him according to his disability. You see a ramp, do you want me to help you up? Okay. Sometimes people have a disease in their heart, but you're not aware of it. You cannot see it. So that's why you have to be double careful. These people are suicidal. How suicidal? Go and jump off a bridge? No! Worse! Jump into the hellfire by their sin. By raking in that sin, they are suicidal. And that's why it's our duty not to push them. When you approach someone who's suicidal, who's ready to jump, you've seen it in movies. Stay away, don't come forward. I'll jump. And what do? Hey, go ahead, calm down. Look, just come away from the ledge for a bit. Let's just talk. Dude, you know, everything's fine. I got kicked out of my job as well. You know, you go and sometimes you try not to say the worst thing. You never see someone walk into a suicidal attempt and they start going, oh man, jump. Yeah, it's a long way down. I did it last week. You never do this. You never say the wrong thing because he will jump. He's in that state of mind where he does not care anymore. If you tick him off, he will jump. So you're careful. You tiptoe. You watch what you say. You watch how you act. Any sudden movement to grab him, you jump. So you go very calmly. You show him, my hands, I'm coming. This. Same thing here. Exactly the same thing. When you see someone who, for instance, of the opposite sex, you don't know whether they've got this disease or not. But 99% of the time they probably will do. And if they don't, it's not very hard for the devil to come along and, hello, come on, disease in the heart, there, straight away. You know why? Because Allah has said that the shaitan, when you have a woman and a man in a room alone, or not even in a room alone, anywhere, a woman and a man alone, the third person is shaitan. So never rely on this that, oh, mashallah, I do dua Qumayl every week, alhamdulillah, I do tasbiyat, all this, no. Never rely on these things. Because no matter how chaste you are, and no matter how chaste she is, the devil does not share your chastity. He is there to ruin it, and he will put you in it if you're not careful. I want to relate to a small, short story from the Quran, Surah Qasas. And you'll find this from ayah 23 onwards. It's regarding Moses, Hazrat Musa and Nabina Wa'is. One day he's under a tree and he's soaking up some shade. It was a hot day and he'd been working in the fields, so he sat back, decided to rest there. And he's looking at the farmers bring their sheep, and they're grazing their sheep with the grass, and then they're feeding them from the well, water from the well. He sees, he's looking around, he looks on the other side and he sees 2 young ladies with a flock of sheep, and they too are standing next to a tree. But why haven't they gone forward? He's trying to assess the situation, what's going on? The well is over there, why are they over there? Does water travel through the air? I don't know. So he's thinking, why are they there? Let me go see. So Musa gets up and walks over to the ladies, and he says to them, is something wrong? They say, we brought our sheep to graze. Abuna Shaykhun Kabir. our father is an old man, so we bought the sheep to graze, but because there's men over there, the farmers, with their sheep, we're going to hold back until they move on. Once it's clear, we'll go forward. Okay? Now, it doesn't say all this in the Quran. This is the tafsir of it. This is the beauty of the Quran. That the Quran, this is maybe about 4 or 5 ayahs, this whole story. Yet you can take 10 points from it. I lied. 100 points from it. I lied again. You can take 1,000, let's say 1,000,000 points, and I'm not lying. You can take 1,000,000 points from these 5 ayahs on relations with women, on relations during marriage, on relations between opposite sex, on relations between father and daughters, relations between everything. You can take easily 1,000,000 points from these 5 or 6 ayahs just from this. Now you might say, how? How is that possible? It's not more than 20 lines. It's not more than 30 lines. How is that possible? The same way, when someone is really hungry, they run to the plate, they eat the food, they don't even know what they've eaten. Yet, you get someone, a master chef come along, and he sits there, bit by bit, that had this spice in it, and that flavour in it, and this other spice, and this much salt, and this much whatever, and this herb, and he will tell you everything about that one spoon that he just ate. 15, 20 different flavours, yet the person who was hungry just gobbled it down. Didn't even know what was in it. This is, when it comes to the Quran, this is our ability. The Quran's miracle is this, that someone who is not well versed in it, someone who does not bother with it, will only take 4 or 5 points. Yet the person who puts their time on it, who spends their time working with it, working in the kitchen, cooking the different dishes, understanding different flavours, that person will take out 1,000,000 points from these 5 verses. Now, he goes to them and says, do you mind I take the sheep for you then? They said, please. So he took the sheep. He grazed them, he gave them water, he came back, finished. Now, that's one side of the story. The other side of the story is that Moses comes along, hey, yo ladies, how are you today? It's a beautiful day, isn't it? And she's like, yes, it's a very nice day, thank you for asking. Oh, that's a lot of sheep you have there, mashallah. Wow. Are those 2 brothers? Because they look very similar. They make the same sound. As in, why? Why? No, he didn't do this. He walked up. What's the problem? They said, there's men over there, and our father's old. Okay, let me take the sheep for you, finished. No, would you like me to take the sheep for you, so that in case I may take a number afterwards? No, he didn't do this. He didn't do this. Again, you're laughing because you know, you've seen these. You're all familiar with this. He took the sheep, he grazed them, he brought them back, they went home. He sat in the shade, and he put his hands up, Ya Allah, I've got no one here, no one knows me, no wife, no nothing, please help me, guide me, give me something. The girls reach home. Their father says, wow, it's 2:30, you normally come out at 4:30, what's going on? Well, Dad, see another point. Well, Dad, a young man helped us. He saw that we were waiting, he took our sheep for us, he grazed them, he brought them back. This is the father and daughter relationship I'm talking about. I can only see this much, but believe me, if you speak to my teachers and people higher than them, you will see that they will bring out 1,000,000 points from this. They never lied. They never said, oh, well, there was no one grazing there. In case their dad might beat them because they spoke to a man, God forbid. No. They said, a young man came, he helped us, finished. As in the father trusted his daughters to be able to speak to a non-mahram, to go out there when there's men. And look at the point, another point. I missed this point when I was talking about, I'll bring it now. The girls were willing to stand back. They were willing to wait for 2 hours or 3 hours or however many hours, I can't put a time on it. They were willing to delay themselves so that the people would leave and then they'd go forward. Not that, oh, their feeding doesn't matter, let's go and don't worry, we'll feed this side, they'll feed that side. How many times has it happened that your shoulders brush? You're herding sheep there. You're not sitting down at dinner table. Something happens, people walk around, people end up touching you. haram. Don't think that, oh, on the train, if you're sending some man, it doesn't matter, the train keeps pushing into him. Oh, I actually like this. Yes. No. It's haram. It's haram. Again, the laughter. We know this happens. So always stand back. When you see that it's packed, wait. These girls, these pure girls, the daughters of Prophet Shu'aib, were willing to put themselves through trouble and delay themselves so that they do not fall into sin. So they do not become suicidal or push someone else to become suicidal. Who is suicidal? They don't push him. They stand back. So the girls go home, they tell the truth to their father. The father says, who is this young man? Do you know where he is? They say, well, he only sat back in the shade, so he might still be there. He said, go to him and bring him here. Hal jaza al-ihsan illa al-ihsan. Do you not repay good other than with good? Call him here. Let me give him some wages. Let me pay him something for his duties, for being so kind to you and to me, because you're my daughter, he took care of you. Let me pay him something. So they go there. They find Moses sitting in the shade. They ask him, look, my father wants to see you. He says, no problem. So they begin to go home. The girls are walking in front, Moses behind. Then he stops. They turn around. Why has he stopped? They go again to him. Is something wrong? Is there a stone in your sandal? What's going on? He said, no. He said, look, in my religion, it's not meant that we should walk behind the women of other households. Because you are not my sisters or my mothers or my daughter or my grandmother or my auntie or whoever, you're not mahram to me. I shouldn't walk behind you so that I see you. They said, well, what do you suggest? He said, let me go in front. That way you're behind me, I don't see you. They said, yeah, but what, you're going to put out your sat-nav? How do you know the way? He said, okay. He picks up a branch off the floor and he says, you hold this in your hand. When you want me to turn right, you do this with your hand and I'll see the branch flickering on this side. I'll turn right. When you want me to turn left, the same thing. He wasn't even prepared to let them speak to him, to hear their voice, in case he might say, wow, she's got a nice voice. He didn't even allow that. Who cares? It's someone else's daughter, it's someone else's wife, it's someone else's... Musa alayhi salam said, I won't even allow to hear her voice. That's how much I will protect her. Because who knows whether she's suicidal or not. But I definitely am. And I can't trust myself. So I will say, this way, keep it safe. They went home and he ended up getting a reward. And in the end, the father actually married off one of his daughters to Musa alayhi salam. Then the rest is history. It doesn't involve our topic tonight. Now, is it clear why I chose that title now? Yeah? No suicide bombing, no, Palestine, no Gaza, no Israel, no. This is the problem we have in our society, that when someone sees something slightly so-called controversial, they straight away jump to the worst conclusion. Why can't they give us the benefit of the doubt? Why can't they see good from people? They say that what you see in others is a mirror of yourself. If you're all the time looking at other people's women, then know that this is, if you expect them to be looking at your women or thinking, oh, he's looking at my wife, know because you do that a lot as well. That's why you think so much bad of people. Yet if you were a good person with a clean heart, you'd never think that of other people. You'd give them the benefit of the doubt. Now, I'll finish with this one last point. And what a memory it is. I remember this memory because it was the first ever question I was asked when I began Hawza. And it wasn't in a seminary, it wasn't in a school, it was in Iran, in his house. I'd gone to meet him and sign up and everything because I've done private Hawza. And he was sitting over there, my teacher. And he was looking at me for about 5-10 minutes, just looking at me. We had a team in front of us, he was sitting, say, where the young lady's sitting, so not too far. And there was a few other people, he had 1 or 2 bodyguards with him. And I had my father and so on. He looked at me, he goes to me, son. He called me son. Son, are you awake or are you asleep? I said, dude, if this is Hawza questions, bring it on, because in a week I'll be a manager at Taqleed. Let me start writing my fiqh from now. If this is how easy Hawza is,